mom just got her justice. You know, that this guy that everybody's been looking for is finally off the streets.
Lieutenant Deborah Clayton's nephew, Jarvis Grant, was at a basketball game when he got the news of Markeith Loyd's capture.
The part that got me the most is when they told me that they arrested him and put her cuffs on and brought him out the house.
Lloyd was hiding out in this house along Lescott Lane. For how long? That's unknown. What shocks Grant the most is that his grandmother lives just down the street.
To me, it's unbelievable, just seeing just how close he actually was to all of us. And like, it's just unbelievable. He's right here. It doesn't make me angry that he was this close, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm just relieved. I'm happy.
News of the arrest is a relief for Grant and his family, but he says it's a loss that is going to take time. As for any words for Lloyd, Grant says he doesn't have any, but he does have an idea of how his aunt would react right now.
I'm sure she'll be happy. She'll be happy that a guy like that is no longer on the streets.
Now, while that story was just airing, 2 police officers' vehicles just came out from beside the house, and the caution tape is coming down. It looks like they may be done with Lloyd's house or this house that Lloyd did come out of earlier this evening for the time being. Now, we also had a chance to talk with a neighbor in this area. She said that she wasn't home at the time, but she, like a lot of people in this area, are happy to hear that Lloyd has been captured, that he has been arrested. She said since this manhunt has been ongoing, she has gotten a license to conceal. She's also gotten security cameras. And what I thought was interesting, she said that her dogs that she has, they usually don't bark, but she said for the past couple of days that they have been going crazy. And what really scares her, she tells me, is that she had kids who were playing in this street earlier today, all the while, presumably, Lloyd was inside of this house. So as you can imagine, not only her, but neighbors in this area are very happy to hear that he is in police custody tonight. Matt?
A lot of people happy to hear that. Vanessa, rise alive for us. Thank you. Lloyd's arrest not only brings closure to Orlando Police and the Orange County Sheriff's Office, but also to the family of Sade Dixon.
Yeah, you'll remember weeks before the murder of Lieutenant Clayton, police say Lloyd shot and killed his pregnant ex-girlfriend at her parents' home. The murder happened just days after video was shot showing Lloyd and Dixon during a doctor's visit getting a sonogram of their unborn child. Mike DeForest spoke with Dixon's family tonight. He's live outside their home on Long Peak Drive in Orange County. And Mike, I imagine they especially are relieved tonight as well.
Very much so. Now, keep in mind, according to police, this is where Markeith Loyd's murder spree began. There are still bullet holes around the front door there where police say he gunned down Sade Dixon and their unborn child. But right behind that door tonight, the family is celebrating.
One of the officers called me and said, I got him.
At first, Sade Dixon's family simply could not believe the news. The man accused of killing their daughter and her unborn baby and severely injuring their son was no longer prowling the streets. Tonight, they're celebrating that police captured him alive.
Killing him wasn't going to bring justice. That's quick and easy. He needs to serve, for his crimes. And that's why we have a justice system.
Surrounding the urn, now holding their daughter, the family has placed photos showing Sade Dixon as they will remember her.
Her legacy lives on. She has 2 boys, aged 2 and 8, and we're the grandparents that have to raise the grandchildren as our own. So that's the burden that we have to take on.
The family is grateful to the police officers who put their lives at risk to capture Markeith Loyd and the 2 officers who lost their lives doing so.
I'm sorry for Officer Clayton, Officer Lewis, their family. Send my condolences. I know it's a big relief off our family, and I'm pretty sure it's a big relief off of theirs too.
Sade Dixon's family says that they have not slept since December 13th when those bullets started flying right here outside their home. They've been fearful that Markeith Loyd might come back here, but tonight they tell me they think they will finally get a good night's rest. Matt and Lisa.
I would imagine so. Mike DeForest live for us. Thank you. Now, roughly 2.5 hours after police caught Lloyd, they hauled him out of headquarters. His face, you can see it here, almost entirely bandaged up. And then they put him back into a squad car to be taken to Orlando Regional Medical Center. Sky 6 is live over the hospital right now where Lloyd remains and is being treated for those injuries to his face. Troy Campbell is live there for us on the ground tonight. Troy?
Well, Matt, essentially at any moment we could see Lloyd coming out of the doors here at the emergency room at ORMC. We saw him being taken out of Orlando Police Headquarters with those bandages around his face. Now, once Lloyd gets to jail, his charge list is expected to show 2 counts for first-degree murder, 1 count of attempted murder, and 2 counts of aggravated assault, along with a list of other charges. Also, once at the jail, he'll join several of his friends and family, including his former boss at the fast food restaurant he worked at, Zargi Mayan. Now, Mayan, he's charged with helping Lloyd with money while he was out on the run. He has a hearing tomorrow where he's going to ask a judge to give him bond, saying that Lloyd actually held him against his will and forced him to help him. Now, also locked up is Lloyd's niece, LaKentra Smith Lloyd. She's also charged with helping him escape capture, including picking up $200 for him. Investigators said last week she didn't know where her uncle was, but simply refused to tell detectives. Then there's Lloyd's ex-girlfriend, Jamis Slaughter. Now, she's in jail after investigators say she drove her car around that Walmart where Lieutenant Deborah Clayton was killed. Orlando police later revealed Lloyd's clothing was found near that Walmart, but it's unclear if she was driving around in that area to try to pick up those items for Lloyd. And also at the jail, Lloyd will join his son, who's being held there on an unrelated charge. And again, we're just waiting for Lloyd to finish receiving medical treatment here at ORMC before he's brought to the jail. Matt?
Troy Campbell, live for us at ORMC. Thanks.
Joining us now to talk more about the arrest of Lloyd is our legal analyst, Stephen Kramer. We want to thank you for joining us tonight.
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you with us. So where do we go from here? Markeith Loyd is now either being questioned or taken to jail. Where do we go from here in this case?
Well, he's going to make a first appearance. One thing's pretty certain. He's not going to be getting bond. He's not going to get out of jail from this point. And then after that, he'll ultimately be arraigned, and then you will see a trial down the line.
We heard earlier tonight Orange County Sheriff outline 5 charges that he's going to be facing just in the December 13th incident where he's accused of killing Sade Dixon. We don't know yet how many more charges he will be facing. So how does that all play out? I mean, is this just going to be one arraignment, or could we see multiple arraignments?
It's potential you could see multiple arraignments, and ultimately what they decide to bring to trial, that remains to be determined. Whether they want to throw the book at him and throw every charge that sticks, I don't know. I think we've got some very serious charges that, are collectively enough to put him away for, at the very least, his life.
We heard from Orlando Police Chief John Mina earlier today saying that this was the result of a lot of great police work, not a tip, which kind of surprised us all. Will we learn more about that great police work during the arraignment, or when will we start getting more of these details?
I don't know that we're ever going to get those details. I mean, the fact is, the police, they don't want to reveal the secrets of the trade. They don't want us to know how they found this guy. They want to keep those tools close to their vest so that the next guy, the next bad guy that presents a danger to the community, they can find that guy. Now, if one was to speculate how they found him, I think they followed every lead possible. They went to the guys and the people that knew him. They went to the friends. They went to the family. They went to the associates. They built a dossier on him, and they found out, where is this guy? Where does he hide out? Where has he been? And that probably is what led him to this house. And if you notice, the chief said that he had ties to this property, that somehow he was related to it. Maybe it was owned by a friend, or had been a hangout or a hideout from before. So, but that's only speculation.
Whatever they did, well done to them. Stephen Kramer, our legal analyst, we appreciate it. Well done to you.
Thank you,
guys.
And all through the manhunt, we showed you as many different pictures of Lloyd as we could. Different haircuts, different profiles, different views that would hopefully lead to justice. And tonight, 3 more pictures emerged. A digitally altered picture of Lloyd with a clean-shaven head that nearly matches the look of Lloyd when he was caught tonight. Shorter hair, but now with a bloody face. Then, as he was walked out of OPD tonight, an even different look. Lloyd bandaged up as he was taken away to the hospital.
And tonight, the scene where Lieutenant Clayton was murdered also filled with emotion upon the news of Lloyd's arrest.
Our co-anchor, Ginger Gadsden, went to the Walmart at Princeton and John Young. And Ginger, you talked to some people there who actually knew Lieutenant Clayton pretty well.
Yeah, they were moved by what happened. One of those people was a Walmart employee who said Lieutenant Clayton was a regular there. We went back to the scene where much of this happened, the Walmart where Clayton was gunned down 9 days ago. We saw several people stop by the memorial to pay their respect to Lieutenant Clayton. One Walmart worker says Lieutenant Clayton was a regular who always offered a warm smile. The other was a mom who thought it was important to bring her little girl here to see the sacrifice Lieutenant Clayton made for her community.
I respect the officers. I have a great deal of respect for those that go out every day and protect everyone in the community. And so that was very sad.
Everybody was happy, and we came outside, gave the officers a hug, and told them nice job. We're just happy that he's caught.
And that worker you just saw there put fresh flowers on the memorial and told me she was taking care of part of it to make sure it stayed fresh and looked nice. She said it was the least she could do for someone who gave her life.
An emotional night there.
Agreed.
It really
Nice
is.
of officers to tell them, too. Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, thank you, Jesus. That is the reaction tonight from Deputy Norman Lewis's family after speaking with our reporter Troy Campbell. The Orange County motorcycle deputy died in a crash while working to set up a search perimeter for Lloyd after the shooting last Monday. Lewis was laid to rest in his hometown of Port Charlotte yesterday.
Our coverage of the arrest of Markeith Loyd continues right now on clickorlando.com. We walk you through the whole timeline of the investigation, plus our legal analysts offer some more insight on the case against Lloyd. It's all right there, right now, on the homepage.
Our other big story tonight, the wife of the Pulse